Hello, Gorringes are on view yet again, this time for our sale, our fine winter sale on the 7th of December. And drifting along this gallery, it's such a great sale that I can't talk to you about everything in it because it would be a 24-hour video and we'd all get bored. But I'm going to sort of drift across everything and pick out an item here and there and just sort of give you some overview. So just moving along this corridor, for instance, look, lovely 17th century box top table. Lot 244, 700 to 1,000. Little bit more recent. You know, this is near a sort of, still kind of like sort of very early 18th century. Lovely walnut bureau here with a well and unusual sort of form to it. Lot 245, Queen Anne, we've said. Here's a lovely sort of William IV Regency, Pietratura topped games table, cracking Georgian mahogany chest here. The top has been pushed forwards, it needs to be pushed back again, but otherwise it's 100% original. That North Country has been the suggestion. Lot 252, drifting past some great portraits, lovely Moignier's bronze golden pheasant there, another good Georgian chest. How about that, lovely George II red walnut hall chair. So that's the flavour of the furniture. Into the smaller section, we call it. So we've got a great run of Tim Nicklin bronzes, you know, specialist sculptor in African animals. We've got the warthog, we've got the cheetahs, we've got a giraffe up here. A really lovely lot though, they're a good mixture, they're all individual items. Sitting down below it is fabulous Indian red sandstone carving. Fully provenance, you've got to be absolutely 100% sure where these things have come from these days and haven't just been chopped off a temple wall and smuggled over. Great provenance on this one, back to an auction at Sotheby's, and estimate there, 20 to 30,000 pound estimate on that. It's all about the swing of the hips, I'm told. Dan says he studied the swing of the hips very closely, apparently. Elsewhere, well, look at these, fab, look, Mop 92, Berlin, KPM porcelain, plaques. Good size, look, that's a big bit of porcelain, as ever, finely executed with these two ladies, 17th century or earlier probably style ladies, more 15th I suppose. Lovely quality those, perhaps not the most in fashion, but you know, it'll come back, it always does. Over here, this great, after Thorvaldsen, sort of white marble Mercury here with his panpipes and what have you. Up the top, there's some good clocks. Down below, there's a lovely musical box. Squeezing in as an ad lot, lot 14A, misery chords. Look, lovely carving, that one. That one's great fun, isn't it? I mean, I suppose it's meant to go like that, almost looks better like that. Then we've got Vuitton suitcases. We've got Quentin Bell, sleeping lady sculptures. Some fab oriental Asian works of art, I'll come back to that. European porcelain, Lalique glass. It's all here for the looking at. As I said, really good lot. So, heading around behind the counter. What can we find behind the counter? Always something interesting. So, down at this end, here's one I particularly like, lot 48. Now, I think Jove in Tunbridge Wells chivied this out somewhere, found it. Late Georgian, we say. I think it's sort of early 19th century. Grand Tour souvenir. We suspect that the casket was English made, but all the stones, the hard stones, came from a tour in Italy, but just judging it by the way the lock's made and that sort of thing. Not much going on inside, but fabulous outside. Very sort of masculine in appearance. That's lot 48, 400 to 600 pounds. Bronze sculptures, signed raw photographs. Jaeger LeCoultre Atmos clocks. This is great. This is lot 218, 1960s, Montre Royale de Geneva, and solar powered. Fabulous that, three-sided. It rotates, I don't know if it rotates with the sun. Anyway, it's not working at the moment, you have to rejig the solar power. It might not be the easiest thing to do, but it's a funky thing, that. Another good Atmos clock, unusually with its wall bracket. Don't see that very often. And all the original packaging right down to the delivery box. That's lot 215. There's another great sort of something completely different, Victorian timepiece here with very much a nautical feel with the ship's wheel and an anchor and a windlass and all sorts of bits going on. That's lot 213. We've got lovely chess sets, violins, medals, some weapons, a gorgeous looking Scottish dirk there, ormolu mounted, that's lot 19. There's carved ivories under there. Into the Asian section, Dan is particularly pleased and proud to present to you lot 127. This fine Celadon glazed bowl moulded with all sorts of lovely flowers. Great 4-character mark. Estimate 20 to 30,000 pounds. If you want to bid on it, you've got to give us a £5,000 deposit. He's being very tough on it. No monkey business going on with that. Lot 127. Super thing. Other Asian wares in the sale. Here, this is rather good, but this is, you know, this has been drilled for a table lamp. The fitting is still here. There's the bits. So many years ago, they thought, let's drill that vase for a lamp, which is rather sad now. It's estimate 8 to 1200 because look, a blooming great hole through the mark. But actually, Dan says if that hadn't been drilled, that might have been £20,000. So we shall see. Still might be good. Almost certainly more than 800 anyway. Lovely thing. So goodies all along here. Oh, I've got to show you this. I said I wasn't going to show you too much, but it's so hard not to, and I'm getting a bit carried away. Lot 209, folio, lovely binding. Someone's written in it. Folio of really lovely pith paper paintings of Chinese artisans, I think is the right word for them. Really good size, and there's a whole pile of these in here. There's 64 of them in here with these nice fly sheets to keep them in good order. So the colours are perfect because they've always been sealed away in the album. That is lot 209, estimate 2,500 to 3,000. I think they say again, that's going to go on and make more. So that's covered the small part of the sale to some extent. There's plenty more. You'll have to come and see it and dig in. There's needlework, some tollware trays and such things. But come through here, come through here. Come in, come in. In here, we've got some more furniture. We've got lots of furniture in this sale. What we have got is a rather good lot of furniture. So there's sort of Aubusson style wall hangings. These are not of great age, but they show lot 276. They're in at modest money, 8 to 1,200, pair of them. Bronze and mahogany lamps. They're, as I say, more show than go in that case. Unlike this fabulous chest here, lot 257. George III, very much Chippendale in style, and a real nice quality, a serpentine chest with serpentine sides, carved angles, 4 graduated drawers, lovely thing that. Hanging above it, nice big Frank Wotton if that's your thing. We've got Japan long case clocks, rather special Victorian oil lamps with this mercury glass, very unusual apparently. Dan did some work on that, lot 53. Rather smart, nice if that's your thing. Walnut chests on chests, walnut bureaus, garden benches. Mountain bikes not in the sale. Alex just likes to park it here, but almost everything else you see is, which is rather nice. Ray Campbell, oil paintings of wine. This rather special early Victorian collector's cabinet, all fitted out. Let's see if we can get in it. If you hoard things and want to hide them from your wife, not that I know anyone like that, you could store a ton of stuff in here. And it would all be hidden away. I suppose the cabinet wouldn't be particularly hidden, but you know, what can you do? Over here we've got a very nice aesthetic movement duet stand. It's a Wheeldon's patent. That's lot 269, 5 to 700. Standing next to this 19th century German painted figure of Saint, now his name is under it, Juggerus or something like that, alongside a sort of Flemish or the Spanish, we say, lot 46, Spanish carved wooden figure there. There's a Black Forest bench with bears down the way. There's a rather lovely overmantel type mirror here in walnut, parcel gilt, painted with this fanciful landscape with this rather lovely old oxidised mirror below it. In the picture gallery, funnily enough, we've got some pictures. Come and have a look. We've also got other things, of course. We've got a bed. Also got a scaffold tower, but don't look at that. So this is a great bed. It's covered in the packing department. I've been near it, but look at that fab bed, Victorian. We have got the maker's name from it. Bow front base, and it's a half tester, but it's a good generous width. Nice thing that. Sitting on it, we've got everything here. We've got Gilrays, Garnier Bredsky drawings of Ezra Pound, John Piper unframed prints. Behind you, this is camera lady, Harold Mockford. Look at that. We like Harold. He's great. Local artist, fab. And remind myself, was it local church? The Yew Tree is the title. Cracking picture of that lot, 476. If that's not your thing, then how about this? Peter Kelly, or the Rotunda at Greenwich, I think. Next to it, Julian Trevelyan, good size oil, obviously Tower Bridge, St Paul's, what have you. This is Mary Potter. It's a view through a window. Lovely thing that, lot 452, Mary Potter, very much in vogue at the moment, so I'm told, let's hope so. Over here, showing on the table here, silver. Roger's been busy, hammering it out as usual, and a really good mixture of things. This is lovely. This is, oh, it's very light actually, that's disappointingly light, he said. Lot 520, George IV, Irish silver, with a nice coat of arms upon it, all sort of embossed out, very finely embossed that is. Got a very similar one right next to it. It's lot 521, no surprise there. Otherwise, there's a Chinese tea and coffee service. Planish decoration with the classic sort of raised dragons upon it, lot 513. The great tankard there in its original case. If you don't want one that's been later decorated, there's a plain one for you. Got 505, early George III silver tankard. 8 to 1200. I mean, they haven't really changed in price for years, but good, solid, genuine antique that. Plenty of paintings across the walls, ranging from the early, some nice marine paintings actually. So I'd only show you one thing, but these are rather good. Thomas Buttersworth, classic marine painter. This is HMS Glasgow with 40 guns, as it says on the label. Next to it, James Buttersworth, who makes more money. He's got a sort of American connection. So we're looking at sort of 3,000 to 5,000 there, 3 to 4 there, but the James might go on and do a little bit more because of the name. It's all in the name, amongst other things. We've got paintings of fish by Thomas Target, and a lot of classic things like Benjamin Williams Leader, Daubigny, Lamorna Birch. Now this is interesting because it's the title is a Manchester playing field. So I don't know my Manchester topography too well, but it suggests that perhaps these days there might be, who knows, a dirty great football pitch on it like Old Trafford or something, which would make it somewhat valuable, wouldn't it? But that is lot 369 as it stands. Interesting thing, Fine Arts Society label on the back. Then the pictures as we drift around the room come more up to date. We've got a pile of Doily Johns as ever, always popular. Some cracking Edward Borden prints, 417, 418, the Queen's Garden and Westminster Palace, I guess, by the looks of things. Always desirable, that distinctive look. We've got Marcel Deef, we've got Ken Howard, we've got Bouvard, classic, typical canal scenes. What else can I show you that might float your boat to keep these things going? A little miniature here. It's not big, is it? It's not big and showy. Look at this little miniature. This is by Johann Ellin, born in 1733, and it's a student being taught by his drawing master to draw suspiciously like our marble carving I showed you earlier. Strange that. And what's this easel doing floating in the air? Anyway, interesting that. Lot 316, 5 to 800. Nice little thing that. Always look in the cabinets. So it just continues. There's more and more. I'm going to show you some jewellery in a bit, but last but not least, I'll show you around here. Damien Hirst. We've all heard of him. Sharkman, etc. So to NFT or not to NFT was the question. Insofar as Damien released 10,000 NFTs, and you could have the NFT or you could choose to have the physical printed work, painted work, not printed, painted, because it's unique. You couldn't have both. So you either kept hold of the NFT or you had until, you've still got time, you've got one until July next year, to choose to have the original painted version. And here is an original painted version. He initially, the offering was at $2,000 each, but they were oversubscribed by about 3 to 1. And they're trading now well up in the many thousands of pounds. I think the highest recorded price was about 175,000, something like that. In theory, they're all different but the same. You know, they're all a series of dots. What makes them different is the names. This one is called Enclosing Doors. The names were all derived randomly from pop song lyrics, apparently. So your chance to buy a Damien Hirst original work of art, 25 to 35,000. If you want to come and see it, please do. We'll supply the white gloves if you want to look at it closer. There's more silver in the cabinet. We've got this fabulous royal album that's in the sale. Photographs Prince Charles when he was a young man, a boy really, and other very intimate letters to do with the royal family. If you want to see that, you're going to have to book an appointment to view it. You can't just turn up and flick through, I'm afraid. So you can see it online. You can see what we've done online. But yeah, to view it, phone us and arrange to see it. We'll go and have a look at the jewellery, because that really is where perhaps about a third of the lots of the sale are, and the jewellery is fab. So we'll head downstairs to the strong room. So here we are in the strong room, where we keep Roger and the jewellery. We let them out on special occasions. Today is not a special occasion, that's why we're filming in here. So fabulous trays and trays of wonderful, really wonderful jewellery. There are so many good pieces in here. There's Cartier, there's antique micro mosaic, there are big diamonds, there's Carlo Giuliano. It really is a fabulous lot, and I think it's safe to say this is the best lot of jewellery we've seen at one time in Gorringes for many years. There's also watches and gold coins, but the real emphasis is the jewellery. Now, because of that, we have a lot more than usual. So there might be a bit of delayed waiting to view on the busier times of the view. And if you want to come and view, and when you're not someone we know as a regular, we will be asking for ID at the jewellery counter. So don't be surprised or shocked. If you go to the London sale rooms, they frisk you and strip you naked. Well, you pay extra for that, but they put you up in lifts and you go through security doors and all sorts of things before you can get anywhere near that jewellery. So we are taking extra steps to ensure that it doesn't leave the premises until it's leaving with its rightful new owners. So be prepared for that, but otherwise, you know, do come along and look at it. We want you to come and look, and you are more than welcome to do so. It just really is a fabulous lot, and whether you're buying for Christmas or for investment, or just because you like something, which is the best reason after all, then do come and see it, because it's just fab. So really great sale we've got coming up. Do come along and view it. It's worth coming to view rather than doing the online thing. You'll have to wear a mask because the government rules have changed, but that will keep you healthy, hopefully, so on the bright side. And viewing will be the Friday, the Saturday till 1 o'clock. No Sunday view, but back again on the Monday. And if you come along on those days, you can also view, particularly the Friday, Saturday, you can view the sale downstairs, which is equally great. Loads of good stuff in that. So please do come along. But if you can't, then send us an email, as ever, and ask us questions and say, where'd you get that from, and why are you saying that, and how big is it, and all the questions we love to get, and we'll be happy to reply and send you more photos and things like that. So anyway, going to be a fab sale. Look forward to seeing you, and yeah, we'll see you from the rostrum. Thank you.